had a widowmaker heart attack at 40, and now I suffer from anxiety and post-traumatic stress. And I do have to say that I felt the most safe and secure immediately after while I was in the hospital. I was being monitored and I just felt safe, and I couldn't expect the road that I've been on since. I've been going home the first day. I think I was just happy to be home with my family. I have 5 children, 4 littles. And so I was just happy to be home and to be with them. But I won't forget it, because day 2 came around and we went out to the arcade, and I was walking around with my littlest, and I just started crying. And when I was crying and I was embarrassed, and I just felt sadness and fear. And I feel like I have a ticking time bomb, and I think it just, something there, it just clicked in my brain of how serious it was and how serious it could still be, and how scary it is, because it is a scary thing to be living with now. I've gone back to the ER multiple times. Every little thing triggers an idea of something happening. I had Dijon mustard, and I haven't had stuff that strong, I guess, and it had given me heartburn, and I was back into the ER. And I even went to urgent care just so I can get an EKG and see what was going on in my heart. And they sent me to the ER because my reading was abnormal. That was the worst drive, because I would say that was probably about a month after my heart attack. And it was just, I was like, wow, it's happening again. And I was just very scared. And I got to the ER, and they did the EKG, and it was abnormal, but it's my normal for just having a heart attack. So it was okay. And honestly, I'd probably go back to the ER more often if it wasn't out of embarrassment. I have to tell my family I'm scared and I'm going to the hospital, and it makes them feel fear, because I did go to the hospital and have a real problem. So is this something? Is it nothing? And then to go and then it comes home and say, hey, nothing's wrong, I'm just being paranoid. Multiple times, it does get embarrassing. So I don't keep going. What I think has really helped me a lot is my Apple Watch. I do my EKG or my ECG on there, and I was going over it with my cardiologist, and she was laughing because, oh yeah, you've been doing it a lot. I do it depending on the day, but I do it on average about 3 to 5 times a day, depending on what's going on. But it does offer me reassurance on where I'm at, and nothing's going on. My heart rate's fine on there. That does definitely do give me a big help. My blood pressure, I was doing it very often. I was checking my blood pressure 4 times a day, and they recommended to just maybe do it 1 time, because every slight increase in it would start stressing me out, and then I would do it again, and because I was stressed about the previous one, the other one would be higher. And then I think I even went to the ER one time because I was doing that, and so I had to really watch that. When I go to my cardiologist, I have a million questions. What should I be doing? What shouldn't I be doing? Why is this happening? And all the whats and what ifs. And that's what she says. She says we can have all these whats and what ifs. But most of these we just can work on and not dwell on. But it's hard. I was telling her, this is my heart attack, and here I am, and we live together every day, all day long, every minute. My heart attack's always right here. I'm hoping over time it gets a little better, but right now that's where it's at. A heart attack in me. I've coached my kids because I feel fear going out with them, driving around with them, and something happens while I'm driving and I have my little children in there. What they do, how would they handle that? And we try to keep it lighthearted and, not say anything. I'm scared to go in public with them alone, especially with just the littler ones. So I taped my husband's phone number to my phone, because if they can't access my phone numbers, they need to be able to get a hold of somebody to get my kids in case something is happening. And it's just, it's it's a constant fear and anxiety, and I want to focus on meditation and go back to therapy because I had gone, but I had stopped. So I think I do definitely need to go back to that. But if you have somebody in your life that is going through this, be patient because it is a definite struggle and it is very hard. And if you are going through it, I'm with you. I understand what you're feeling because I have it all the time.